This week's ingredient is chickpea in every shape or form. So this is a jar, there's like an unbranded tin. Obviously there is the dried ones, and it's a wonderful, humble ingredient that you really want to cook as much as possible with. It's cheap, it's delicious, and it's just so versatile. Really, you can do so much with them. You can make stews, you can make wonderful soup like harira, you can make hummus, or you can make falafel. You can use the liquid, the aquafaba, to make vegan meringues. There's chickpea flour. There's really kind of endless possibility when it comes to chickpea, and it's just this little humble bean. I'm making courgette and chickpea pancakes. So a really simple pancake using grated courgette, chickpea and chickpea flour. So they're vegan, and the chickpea flour really helps to bond everything together and make it work. So I'm starting by adding a bit of cold water to this bowl, and I'm gonna add the chickpea flour in there and a bit of corn flour. And that really helps with the texture. And I'm just gonna give that a nice whisk. So just kind of get those all mixed together so it's not lumpy. And that's the base. And the nice thing about chickpea flour that it really binds mixes like this one together, so you don't need to use eggs. And now I'm gonna add some spices. So I've got cumin, cinnamon, and turmeric. Those go in as well. So they gave it the nice flavor profile. I've got some grated ginger, so that brings a bit of like nice gingery heat. Some chopped up green chili as well. And then you don't have to put chili in if you want to keep it child friendly. It's really nice. Kids love these. Kids like fritters and everything fried, so this is kind of perfect. I'm gonna add some spring onion. And now I'm gonna chop up some herbs, and I've got some mint leaves here, and now a bit of coriander. I'm just gonna give that a nice chop. And the fresh herbs really give these fritters a really nice herby flavor and aroma. They're really, really gorgeous, so they go all in there. And just for ease, I'm gonna mix it together before I add the chickpeas. So everything is kind of mixed together. It's a little bit on the dry side, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit more water, not a lot. So these are pancakes, so you want them to go nice and flat. And now I'm gonna add the actual chickpeas in there. I'm just adding them at the end because they would mix into the whisk, so just adding those a little bit later. I'm just mixing it all. Oh, courgettes. And the courgettes at the very end. So the pan is hot, so I'm gonna add a bit of oil now. And you kind of wanna do it on medium heat. Not too much oil, and I'm gonna cook it one pancake at a time. So the oil is nice and hot. And I'm gonna just take about this amount, slightly more than that. And then I'm spreading it out because you don't want it to be too thick, so it cooks through really nicely and keeps its color. So it's about 15 centimeters in diameter. So I would give like 2 or 3 pancakes per person. And then you just want to give it time. You can work with 2 pans if you like, but I'm just going to cook them one at a time. And like with all pancakes, traditionally the first one is the worst. It's a write-off, but yeah, that's just the way it is. And then you just want to let it sit for a moment, just for the base to start cooking, and then turn it over. So when it sticks to the pan, you know that it's not quite cooked through. So as soon as it starts releasing itself, you can feel it with your fish slice. That's when it's nearly cooked. And then I'll give it another 30 seconds or so just to make sure it's cooked through. And then you can just lift it up and move on to the next one. So I'm just going to grab these fritters and carefully lift them to the plate. I think 2 each is good. It's a good amount. And they're vegan, but I'm using yogurt. You could easily use a vegan yogurt. That's absolutely fine. All the alternatives are fine. I'm just going to put a bit of lime juice or lemon juice, whatever you've got, on top. It really needs it. And then each one, we'll get a nice, generous dollop of yogurt on top. And also some of these herbs that are inside. So we've got coriander and mint. So I'm gonna add coriander and mint, just a little bit on each one, just to kind of bring proudly to the table. That's what I wanna eat. Do you want to try a pancake?
I do.
It's kind of
Before
nice.
the seagulls come. It's going to be like the birds.
Seagulls and pigeons. It's good. This is...
They're so tasty.
And this is the thing with chickpea flour, isn't it? Like, it's like such a great substitute in pancakes. If you don't want to use eggs, it's just delicious. You don't know there's no eggs there.
No eggs, you wouldn't tell.
I thought of you when I made them because I know how much you like pancakes.
Well done.
Thank you.